Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to another Harry Potter video. So this one's on Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is my wife's first time watching it. Say hi, wife.
Hi, husband.
Alright, so as you guys know, I've been watching the movies together and this is the third one. And the first question I wanted to ask you was, first off, overall thoughts. Like, what do you think of the movie overall?
I think it's better than the first two in the sense that the storyline is more interesting. Granted that the first two was setting the scene, but I think the storyline was more interesting and just the shots and stuff like that was just a little bit more cinematic.
Yeah, I told you this when we watched it live, but the movie itself, they have a better shot of doing that because they're older. They can keep track of a scene better. Because the first director, the first two, because I told you too, this movie has a new director versus the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And the first two movies, he had to struggle to get them to pay attention for like 5 minutes straight to get a good shot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes sense why it'd be more cinematic and it just looks better in general.
Oh yeah, and then I couldn't get used to Dumbledore, the new Dumbledore, because the old one just had something about him. He was so wise. The way he talked just sounded like an old man, you know?
Believe me, that is a common thing you'll feel and notice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so next question. What do you think of Sirius Black and Lupin?
I think that... I don't know. I like Lupin because he was there for Harry and all that, you know. I think they were good characters and everything like that. It's just they weren't the nicest to what's his name?
Snape?
Snape. Yeah. Because Lupin, he was kind of mean to Snape. But granted, Snape was a little bit... He did kind of take over and skip the lessons. But, yeah.
But do you realize now why he did a lesson on werewolves?
Oh, because Lupin is a werewolf? Wait, but he knew that Lupin was a werewolf?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, they don't tell you this in the movies, but in the books they do. Snape was making the potion to help keep Lupin sane when he transforms. Because normally when a werewolf changes, they lose themselves and become a monster.
Mm-hmm.
But with this potion that Snape would give him, he would be able to keep his conscience and just stay in his room.
So then you're telling me that Snape was being nice and trying to make a potion for Lupin?
He'd make one monthly for him on the orders of Dumbledore.
Oh, on the orders of Dumbledore. But he still did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Snape is so misunderstood.
And that's why Snape came out. Remember, you know how Snape came to the tree and stuff in the Shrieking Shack where they were before?
Yeah.
That's why he went, was to give him the potion that he needed.
Oh.
Because he was supposed to give him the potion and things, but he wasn't there, so he went out to follow him and figure out where he went.
I see.
Yeah. But you like him as a teacher? You thought he did a good job teaching?
Lupin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think out of the other teachers, for some reason they can't keep a professor for that class. But I think he's the best one out of the other two.
They touch on it later. I won't get into that, but they touch on why the professors keep leaving.
Oh, really? For that class particularly?
Yeah, on the Defense Against the Dark Arts, there's a good reason why that class has to constantly be changed out.
Is it because Voldemort is the dark arts, and so they have to fight against Voldemort?
It does have to do with Voldemort. I won't say what it is that Voldemort's doing, but
okay, fine.
All right, but yeah, I think that clears it up pretty well. Next question: what did you think of the night bus?
I mean, the night bus was just briefly shown. I mean, it seems cool. Just picks up wizards on the side of the road.
Yeah, which is wizards who need help and need emergency transportation.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
It's a very iconic scene in the movies. It's one of the more iconic scenes, people say. So that's
Is it?
Yeah, it's very memorable. It was so memorable. Even the movie, when you hit play on the DVD, it would you hit play and it'd play the night bus going yeah, and the night bus would be zooming away.
I did not think that scene was that iconic. I didn't realize that was the memorable scene.
I think what helps it too is that we get the slapstick humor of Harry constantly getting thrown around and smacking into the glass and windows and stuff.
I guess, but that I don't know. I feel like for me, when I watched it, that scene was so minuscule.
I get what you mean. I just wanted to ask it because it was a big deal and a very memorable thing for a lot of people.
Maybe again we're watching it like 2026.
Yeah.
Not like maybe it's overdone or something like that, you know?
I wouldn't say they really do anything like the Night Bus again.
Well, yeah, but then like when I was watching it, all I thought was Polar Express.
Oh yeah, you did.
Know?
You straight said, "Is this the Polar Express?"
Yeah, and so like I think that like maybe if we watched it when it first came out, I'd be like, oh yeah, like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you mean. All right then. What did you think of the Dementors?
What are the ghost thingies?
Yeah.
Right. I think they are a very interesting concept.
Yeah.
Right. Because what do? They take your soul.
They feed on your any joy and happiness you have until you're left with nothing but despair and like sadness, like, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually they take so much everything away that you just die, and like they take your soul with them. And they breed and spawn off of that despair. The more despair and pain and suffering around them, the more Dementors will like be created, and then they die when there's a lack of it.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's why the Patronus charm, being a thing of repelling your most happy and most positive emotions, like keeps them away, because it's like instead of feeding off you, they're feeding off that spell. Like that's the general summation of it. There's more to it than that, but that's the general idea of it.
I think the concept is interesting. I liked it.
Yeah. Did you think they're scary or anything, or?
I mean, I'm an adult. Maybe if I was a kid, I'd think it's scary, you know. But I like the concept design of it. I thought everything was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And this is a personal headcanon thing, but I know you love Malfoy. I have a headcanon that Malfoy fainted to on the train.
Oh, no, this one, Malfoy was annoying in this one. Like, the last two, I was like, okay, you know, he was, like, a little bit butthurt because Harry Potter didn't want to be his friend, you know? He was just a little bit butthurt. He was the kid. But this one, he was doing too much.
Straight up making his dad, like, go out of his way to try and force them to kill Buckbeak.
Yeah, and then, like, pretending, he was pretending that his arm was, like, that injured,
yeah.
you know? And he was the one that, like, walked up to Buckbeak.
Yeah.
That, you know, so I was like, okay, this movie was not his best one.
Bear in mind, like, Lucius, like, it took him a whole, like, school year, basically, to even get that sentenced to death.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, because that happened at the start of the year. That was their first class of, the monsters class.
Oh, yeah.
And then the whole year, Lucius is trying to get everyone to vote to kill the Buckbeak.
That's crazy.
And that just shows you how incompetent, like, the Ministry of Magic actually can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, we went on a little bit of tangent, but it's a good one. What do you think of the change of style from the first two movies? We kind of touched this already, but I mean, like, the camera angles and everything.
Oh, I thought it was so much better. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it was just, like, a little bit more cinematic, and the angles that they do and the shots that they did choose to do. And, like, again, because this movie, it was very much, like, in the beginning, it was Harry, right? Because, like, the other two, they ended up going to another place. Hogsmeade, because Harry didn't get a permission thingy for his field trip. And so it was, like, more about Harry and, like, all these things. But, yeah, I liked it. I liked it was less bright, too. Like, the colors, it was less bright. It was more moody. It was kind of giving me, like, Twilight, but not Twilight.
And you like that?
No, Twilight was a little bit too, like, cool tone, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, this movie was just a little bit more cool tone in the colors compared to the last two.
In a good way or a bad way?
I think in a good way. I think, like, it's more mature.
Okay.
You know?
Get ready for that, because it just gets darker.
Oh, really? It just gets darker?
The sixth movie, I don't remember if it won or not. I know for a fact it got nominated. It got nominated for, like, a cinematography award somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it won or not. But yeah, it won for, like, being, like, really good with playing with lighting and stuff. And Yeah, but yeah, if you like the dark tone, it's gonna get worse. And also the Twilight thing, get ready for that because
Is it really gonna be like more like Twilight? Because you know what I'm saying? Like
no,
they
I'm
made
not
the
saying
people
that.
look so pale. No offense to anyone who's that pale, but like it was like really pale. It was like
I
all
wouldn't say
snow.
they make the people more pale, but I get what you mean. But the lighting itself is very much the lighting's gonna stay this way, and if not get darker.
Oh, okay.
And also, Robert Pattinson is in the fourth movie, so that's what I was saying. Be ready for more Twilight.
That's funny. Oh yeah, and then like an interesting fact that you told me when we first watched it was that you told me that this one, the candles in the dining hall, was CGI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had to switch to CGI. You remember why I said that?
You said because like the wax kept hitting people or something.
Yeah, it was literally falling off and like it either burst the wires into flames and stuff, and they'd have like things just candles swinging by, or they'd fall and like hit people in the head and stuff. It was just a safety hazard, so they had to swap it out.
Oh.
So, a little bit of tension there. Next question: what do you think of the Marauders map? Do you like it as an artifact? Do you think it's too powerful, dangerous? Like, you know.
I think that obviously it is dangerous if like people are trying to locate certain people in the school, but I mean it's a cool concept being able to see where everyone is. But I feel like when Harry opened the map and they're like, yeah, you can see where everyone is at any point in the school, and I only saw like one footprint, I'm like, where's everyone else? I swear there's more than like one or two people.
It's a map that unfolds and you look at different sections at different times.
Okay, but there's only one footprint in like one section.
In Dumbledore's office or in the random hallway in the middle of the night?
Oh, the first one was Dumbledore's office?
Yeah, they had it on Dumbledore's office and you just saw Dumbledore pacing. And then the next time you actually see it, it was like him in bed and you see him like Peter Pettigrew walking around in the middle of the night. I was like, what?
Then how come he didn't see Snape coming?
He did, and that's why he like said like mischief managed and like closed it, but he was already turning the corner.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. I get what you mean though. They do a poor job of portraying it, but you do see more people. You know? But yeah, so with that, that's a little more of a simpler question. What do you think about Harry decided not to kill Peter Pettigrew? AKA Scabbers.
I mean, he kind of did. He was like, give it to the Dementors. Aren't the Dementors gonna kill him?
Yeah, they are, but I personally think that Harry, he's a 13-year-old kid. Like, he would have every right to be emotional and just let them kill him right then and there. But he purposely went out of his way to stop them.
Because he wanted the guy to be tortured.
Yeah.
It's not literally. It's not that he was saving them out of the goodness of his heart. He was like, no, don't kill him. Give him to the tormentor so he can slowly suffer and die that way.
Okay, fine.
That was why he was like, don't kill him.
So then do you think he should have let them kill them right then and there? Because obviously he's now gone away. He's free with no repercussions. And his godfather is now on the run again.
Well, you know, hindsight is 2020. You get what I'm saying? Like, Harry didn't know that he was gonna escape and stuff like that. So I can kind of understand where Harry was coming from of, like, you know, because that was his original sentencing, the tormentors.
The mentors.
Dementors.
Dementors.
Yeah, that was his original sentencing.
Yeah.
Right? So, for Harry, maybe it was like, okay, that's his original sentencing, and he would be suffering way more with that, so I'd rather go with that. So I kind of understand why Harry was like, stop, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't blame him.
Were you surprised that Peter was Scabbers the whole time, like Ron's rat?
Yeah, I was. But then, what animals is Ron gonna have now? Is he just gonna get another rat?
He doesn't have a pet anymore.
He doesn't? Why?
Yeah, I don't think he does.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Why?
Because his family's too poor to afford another pet.
Oh, that's true, because
They're all broke.
Scabbers was passed down from each person, huh?
Yeah, it was. I believe it was Percy's rat before Ron went to school, and Percy gave Scabbers to Ron. If I might be remembering the person wrong, I'm not sure, but you know, yeah.
So you just can't take a random animal and be like, I'm gonna teach you magic.
It has to be a rat, a toad, an owl, or a cat.
And he can't find that anywhere.
I'm not saying he can't find it. They more just don't give him one.
Which
They
I
don't really
understand.
clarify.
Like, literally an owl. They live by the woods.
Well, they do have a family owl,
Who?
Ron's family, but he's like old and like.
No, what I'm saying is that Ron can literally just go out in nature and befriend animals if he really wanted to.
Oh, you want to sure just go find a random wild animal?
Yeah, because if he can't buy one, then just find one.
Okay, I see what you mean. that'd be interesting. That'd be funny. We're out there watching him trying to like here.
Yeah.
Here. All right, yeah, fine, fair enough. What did you think of the time turner?
I think that was I mean, you just go back in time. I think that's like a pretty easy concept to get.
Are you sure?
The concept itself is easy. The way they executed, I did not like it.
You are so confused.
I was not confused. It just didn't make sense.
The plot hole of how can they be there if there's a timeline that would have had to fail and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if they were never there, Harry was going to die at the lake.
Yeah, like how can Harry turn back time to save himself at the lake if he would have died at the lake? That makes no sense. He would have been dead.
I get what you mean, yeah.
Like the whole thing is just, I don't know. Maybe Harry Potter fans can somewhat twist it to make it make sense, but to me it does not make sense.
I do think a lot of Harry Potter fans do question, like, yo, what is this? But I think we kind of just suspension of disbelief, let it work for the story. You know?
Yeah, but again, just doesn't make sense.
I will say, in the books, it clarified that the time turner is too powerful a device, and they had them all destroyed. So there's no more time turners in existence after all this.
Then why did they give it to Hermione?
Because she needed them for her class. They gave it to her because I told you this before too. She applied in the end of the second book and movie. She applied for every single class her third year.
Okay, but my whole thing is, if this time turner is so strong that they have to destroy it, why are they giving it to a little sophomore? Or is she? No, she's not.
She's a third year.
Yeah, why are they giving it to like a junior? You get what I'm saying? Like a little kid.
She's not even a junior because she's 13 in this movie, so she'd be like 7th grade.
Okay, well, yeah. So why are they giving it to like a little girl? You know, one. Because it's just kind of like, I get it. She signed up for a lot of classes. She's really smart, right? But if she was really, really smart, she wouldn't be signing up for all those classes that she couldn't handle. Live with your consequences. Like, I don't understand the whole thing of like getting rid of it because it's so dangerous, but they were so willing to give it to like Hermione.
So this leads into my the Super Carlin. I've brought this up a few times, and it is another YouTube channel's theory, and I personally love it and fully agree with it. Mm-hmm. So the Super Carlin brothers believe that Dumbledore has everything planned out. Just about everything that happens throughout this entire like series is planned out by Dumbledore in some way, shape, or form, except for the 4th book. But that's a whole other thing that we'll get into later. But yeah, and I think that Dumbledore wanted her to have it, knowing that Sirius and stuff was going to escape this year, and knowing all these things was going to give him all this was going to play out. Because even when they first did everything, like even when they turn back in time, you see him acting and stalling the Minister of Magic and the Executioner, so that they can all get out and do their thing.
So you're telling me that Dumbledore just let an innocent man sit in jail?
Yeah. There's arguments of whether or not he knows that Sirius didn't betray them or not, because the only person who knows about the Secret Keeper was we haven't gotten into this yet. Okay. I'm going to explain this now because otherwise what I'm about to say is not going to make sense.
Well, then don't explain it because then that's spoilers, right?
Yeah. Fine. We'll get into it later whenever it comes up again. If it does. I don't remember when it comes up. We'll talk about it then. But that leads into our last question. Then, if not going to go into that tangent. Would you have trusted Hermione with the time turner if you're Professor McGonagall?
No.
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 because of what we've already talked about.
She's a little girl, like, yeah, she, like, is smart and everything, but literally the past 2 years, she was breaking rules with Ron and Harry. How can I trust her not to break the rules that I give her for the time turner?
Yeah.
You know, like she was breaking rules left and right, left and right.
Yeah, for sure. I get what you mean. All right. That was the last question. So then, overall, what do you think the movies are so far?
I think this one's like the best one out of the first three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one the best.
I agree. I think in hindsight, I don't think this was my favorite anymore. At least I don't think it's going to be. But I really loved this movie as a kid. And I really enjoyed it. It was like, this is the one where I fully like actually like comprehended everything. I was like actually following the story.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that like pulled me in and wanted to like see more. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's definitely gone down on my list to where I'm not too sure yet. But I definitely think it's going to go down on my list.
Yeah.
But I'm still happy with it. It's a good story, and it does build up the world pretty well, I think. But nothing builds up the world more than the 4. I think you'll really like the world building of 4.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. Bye.